Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Happy Friday, man. What it do, gang? We live. We back. Welcome back to the Golden Goose DFS show. I'm your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose. Y'all know why I'm here, man. Bringing you another edition of the starting five for DraftKings and FanDuel. But before we do that, it's the lineup review. So pull up a chair, man. Grab a seat. Kick your feet up. We gonna talk about it. What we did right. What we did wrong. That sort of thing. All right. Listen. If you're new to the channel, man, you in the right spot. Hit that subscribe button. I promise you won't be sorry, man. Go on and hit that thing. Go on and follow on Twitter, Instagram. If you need some help with your single entry, you want to learn how to 20 max, trying to jump in the 20 max game, man, join the Patreon and join the gang over here, man. Get help with all that and more. That's how we doing it. All right. Last night, rough night, man. Rough night. Way too much Westbrook, Allen, and Nick Richards sunk my night. They wasn't horrible, but you needed more from them, man. I needed more Mobley, more Brandon Ingram, those sort of guys. So should have got the more J Val, but I told you yesterday on yesterday's video I was a little nervous, man. I felt like this would be the game they played with his minutes, but they didn't. They gave him full run, so I told him if he get full run, he should smash. If he don't, you're gonna be up shit's creek without a paddle. But so that was the story of my night. Best lineup over here, 274 on DK. Quickly at the top, everybody's chalk once Brunson was out. I thought all those I thought all those New York guys were in play. I didn't get enough Grimes, man. I only had like two or three lineups with Grimes, and I should have got more of him, but I got to plenty of those New York guys. Randall, I got to Quickly, got to Barrett. Hart let me down, but I got to plenty. I got to all those New York guys once Brunson was ruled out, and Quickly was nice at 62% on, gave you 47 fantasy points. Went back to Karis LeVert. Thought he could be a mid-range value play that could be low on, as he has just been solid, man. Seeing 30 plus minutes, giving you 30 plus fantasy points in the last 4 or 5 games. It was in a nice spot against Brooklyn. Pace up matchup for the Cleveland Cavaliers, revenge narrative, whatever you want to do for Levert, but got him at 17%. He only gave us 22 fantasy points here in this spot. Eric Gordon was the letdown, 5,300. I was pretty high on him yesterday as well in this spot against OKC, but the Clippers kind of just ran away with this one against the Thunder, and Gordon, they didn't need Gordon to do much. Nobody really did much over there outside of Kawhi, but Eric Gordon, 19%, gave you 15 fantasy points. Evan Mobley, 12% on, gave you 62 fantasy points. Big monster game from him, 7,300. Definitely needed some more of him at 12% on this contest. Had him with Jared Allen. Now, I rarely pair these two together, but it was a 4-game slate, so you got to do some things you're uncomfortable with sometimes. And I thought this was a pretty nice bill. At hindsight, second look at it, I probably had one too many calves in here. It's hard for 4 calves to get there, so probably could have built this a little better. But you got to try to get different with your construction, especially on small slates when you try and take down these big field tournaments. So, got Jared Allen 35%, man. 32 fantasy points. Just an okay double from him. Expected a little more from him as well. Donovan Mitchell 15% on. He gave you 43 fantasy points. An okay out and definitely needed more. Went back to Jalen Williams here, 6,700. Like the price tag at 22%. He only gave us 26 fantasy points. And then at the bottom, man, Nick Richards. Finished. We needed one more point. At least could have got the double bonus. He could have dropped the 30 burger and gave us 6x, but 27 fantasy points. This needed more from him. Like I said, too much Allen, too much Richards, and too much Westbrook for me, and they was all just okay. Nobody really outperformed their salary. So that was the story of my night. Let's get over to FanDuel and see how we did over there. 294. Same thing as you can see. Westbrook, he was chalky over here. As well he should be. I thought he was in a good spot, especially going against the Thunder. 42% on. He only gave 35 fantasy points. Quickly, pardon me, guys, if I sound a little different, man. Sinus is draining a little bit that season. 70%. Back to the video. Quickly, 76% on over here. 47 fantasy points. Lou Dort at 13% only gave us 18. Josh Hart, once again, really killed me. 24% on, only gave me 18. Had some Brandon Ingram over here. He gave 61 fantasy points at 26. A monster night from him. Trey Murphy was okay with 33 fantasy points. Had some PJ Washington here as well. 23 fantasy points from him. And then at the bottom, my two Achilles heels tonight, Jared Allen and Nick Richards. So there you have it, 294, my best lineup on FanDuel. Like I said, losing night all around, but we're going to get back to it today in this 10-game slate. Man, this slate right here has the potential to be pure madness. Oh my god, this is gonna be a light night for me. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be a light night because one, it's gonna be complete madness, and two, I got prior engagements. But just a couple of single entries for me tonight. I'm not going 20 max in the night. Just won't have the time to get to it, and there's gonna be plenty of news. You're gonna have to be locked in all night. Don't if you trying to play this late and take it down, don't make no plans, man. You're gonna have to be locked in because this news is gonna be coming all the way to about 10 o'clock up until the last game lock. So just be prepared and just know this starting five could look completely different by the time lock gets here. All right. But at the point guard at the top, I want to look at Chris Paul. I like this 7,500 price tag on him. Love the matchup against the Sacramento Kings. This is a pace-up matchup for him, so should be some more possession for the Phoenix Suns here. And it's going to boil down to him and Devin Booker for real, man, leading the show. I don't know if Ayton is going to be back or not. Like I said, it's a lot of questionable tags, man. A lot of questionable tags. But, Chris Paul is the maestro, man. The point guard should orchestrate this offense. Should be in line for a double-double with assists here. Give me some Chris Paul at 7,400. Love this matchup against the Kings. Now, at the shooting guard, I want to look at DeAnthony Melton. We got Embiid and Harden questionable. Harden missed last game. So he's still questionable with dealing with an Achilles. Embiid is questionable this game. If both of those guys miss in this spot, just fire up all the 76ers. Any 76ers you think going to play minutes, significant minutes, just fire them up. They're all going to be in play. DeAnthony Melton is one of my favorite players at 6K. He's been filling up with just one of those guys out. Harden last time out, he had 40 burger. With him in the game before, he still had a 40 burger. Like, Melton just been playing well, and I'm going to continue to go to him right here in this spot against the Golden State Warriors, especially if Harden and Embiid is out, man. At the small forward, I want to look at Zach LaVine, 8,800. Love the spot against the Portland Trail Blazers. No defense to speak of. But the added boost here is DeMar DeRozan is questionable. If we get DeMar DeRozan out in this matchup, we can see Zach LaVine revert back to the Zach LaVine before DeRozan got there. When he was just the alpha leading the team, which is what he's going to be, man. It's going to be the him and Vooch show. There's nobody else to really score over there. Maybe Kobe White off the bench can score a little bit. But this is going to be the Zach LaVine show. Going against this Portland Trail Blazers with no real defense. They're going to probably put Matisse Thybulle on him, but he's a solid defender. But I think LaVine still can have a good game here in this spot at 8,800 if DeRozan is out. Give me some Zach LaVine. At the power forward, give me Tobias Harris, man, 6,200. Absolutely love this price tag on him. He should be Embiid and Harden out. Your top two scoring options are going to be Tobias Harris and Tyrese Maxey, man. Just load up on them guys, but you can load up on all the six of those two guys are out. So much usage to go around. Everything is going to fall on Tobias Harris and Maxey's shoulder scoring-wise for real. Give me Tobias Harris at 6,200. Absolutely love that price tag. Going against the Golden State Warriors, so I like him here in this spot. All right, at the center spot, we could go right back to Mamu. No, Zach Collins is questionable right now. It's still no Bassey over there. We should see him move back into the starting lineup if Collins is out. And centers absolutely destroy the Washington Wizards. I'm going to want plenty of them. You saw him be very solid last time out. He's more of a scoring center. He can do a little bit of rebounding and some other things too. But his upside is going to come from his ability to score. And I like his ability to score in this matchup against the Wizards. So there you have it. Just starting five for DraftKings. Mahmoud, Tobias Harris, Zach LaVine, DeAnthony Melton, and Chris Paul. Let's go take a look at FanDuel and see what I'm feeling over there. All right. On FanDuel, at the top, I want to look at Tyrese Maxey, 7K. For all the reasons I just explained to you, man. If Embiid and Harden is out, or if just one of them is out, you still can go to Max. That's the beauty of this. If one of them is just out, you still can play Maxey and Tobias Harris and Melton. Either way it go. But if you get both of them out, just load the boat on these guys, man. I like Tyrese Maxey at 7K. Should be the point guard here in this spot if Harden sits, man. Great matchup against the Golden State Warriors. Nothing much else really to say about that. All right. At the shooting guard, I have some interest in Taylor Horton Tucker. Now, he's more of a 20 max play. I probably wouldn't get to him in single entry, but I'm intrigued by this price at 5,500. Still should be getting started at point guard with no Clarkson and Sexton over here. His problem as of late has just been foul trouble. If he can stay out of foul trouble, the type of upside he's capable of, man. He can drop you a big number at 5,500 and going in this matchup here against the Milwaukee Bucks. So I'm highly intrigued by this price on Tyler Horton Tucker. I'm definitely going to want to get some of them in my 20 max if I was playing tonight. All right. At the small forward, Staying with Zach LaVine, 8,700. Listen, if DeRozan is out, I just expect it to be his show. I think DeRozan will sit. I know they're trying to make this push for the playoffs, but I think they can get it done against a Portland Trailblazers team who potentially may be without Dame Lillard. That's another questionable tag. So I think they can handle this Portland team without DeMar DeRozan. So they may sit him in this spot, especially if Dame sits. I think they can sit DeRozan here and it just be the Zach LaVine show. So that's a piece of news I'm going to be watching intently all day. But give me Zach LaVine, 8,700. At the power forward, stand with Tobias Harris, $6,500 over here, only $300 increase. Very much in play, like I said, for all those reasons previously stated. If one of those guys is out, you still can get to him. If both of them is out, you probably better get to him. So give me Tobias Harris at 6,500. And then round up at the center spot, I want to look at Kristaps Porzingis, 8,900. We know he's no Kuzma over there, no Bradley Beal. He's flying solo, but he gets a great matchup against the San Antonio Spurs that there's no defense to speak of over here. He should be able to have his way in this spot, man. You know he's going to get any shot he wants to in this matchup. Give me some Kristaps Porzingis at 8,900 in a smash spot against the San Antonio Spurs, all right? There you have it, your starting five for FanDuel. Kristaps Porzingis, Tobias Harris, Zach LaVine, Taylor Horton-Tucker, and Tyrese Maxey. Man, get you some exposure to these guys. Get them in your player pools. They for sure going to be in mind, man. That's going to do it for us here today. Y'all know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up. I'll catch y'all next time, all right? Let's get it.